Hi, I'm Rowan from HG Walter, and today I'm going to show you a couple of cuts from a pork belly. Coming underneath the blade bone, face up the ends, rake the tip of the knife against the bone.
3, 2, 1.
So here we have our pork belly, and there's a couple of various different cuts you can do with it. You could bone it out and roll it. You could use it for bacon, which is lovely. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it in half, show you some pork belly slices, and also show you some meaty pork ribs for the barbecue. The first thing I want to do is remove this inner flare fat. This is a fat that you can render down for lard. Just with the tip of my boning knife, I'm just going to come along the top of it. I don't want to go too deep. And once I've done that, all I'm going to do is get hold of it, and then it's a good hard pull. And I'll put that to one side. Next, I'm going to remove this muscle here. Now, you can leave this on if you're roasting the belly as whole, but we don't really need it for what we're doing. And that'll end up in sausage meat as well. So now we can actually see where our ribs are on our pork belly. You've got the straight rib bones there leading onto the cartilage. With this top piece, I'm going to cut that for meaty pork ribs, and then I'm just going to show you some pork belly slices as well. With my steak knife, I'm just going to cut through the bone, cut in a straight line. I might have to push to cut through the cartilage. First thing I'm going to show you is the meaty pork ribs. Now, meaty pork ribs will always come from the rib end. Got nice heavy meat. Sometimes they're called Chinese spare ribs as well. The first thing I want to do is square off this little cartilage piece here. Now your knife should go through that soft bone. The next thing I'm going to do is just take off this outer layer of fat. You should find a nice seam just on the top of the meaty end. So it's a fairly simple one. That's your meaty pork ribs. What we've got there is we've got nice fatty skin left. You can use that for some crackling or skim the fat off for sausage meat. Your meaty pork ribs are a beautiful cut for the barbecue. Marinated and smoked, they should be lovely and tender. The other cut I would like to quickly show you is just some pork belly slices. Nice and simple. Just going to cut about 1.5 inches thick between the bones in a nice straight line. I'm not going to cut all the way down to the end, because as you get lower down it gets a bit too fatty, and this will go for sausage meat as well. So that's our pork belly slice. I've cut mine a bit thick, that's how I like them, but they're very good for braising. You can roast them as well. There's my meaty pork ribs and my pork belly slices, and they're just two of the cuts from this very versatile bit of meat. Now if you'd like to see more butchery demos, please click the link.